Hi there. We are going to learn an Advent hymn today called Savior of the Nations Come. The text for this was written in the 4th century by Ambrose of Milan and then translated into English by William Reynolds. The melody is attributed to Martin Luther, but was harmonized about 80 years later by Seth Calvisius. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So there's a whole lot of fingerprints on this hymn, but it's a really beautiful and really traditional one that lots of people love to sing in Advent. So I'm here with my friends Georgia, Sophie, and Joshua, and we're going to sing it for you in 4 parts, and then we're going to isolate each part and try to learn them, and then we'll try to sing it all together at the end. So here's the first verse. Ready? Mm-hmm.
Savior of the nations come, Virgin Son, make here thy home. Marvel now, O heaven and earth, that the Lord chose such a birth.
Great, so we're going to start with the soprano part, which will be sung by Georgia over here on the end. She's going to sing 2 measures at a time, and we're all going to repeat after her. So whether you're a soprano or not, it'll be really helpful to understand the other parts as you're learning to sing in 4-part. And even for some of you who may be a little daunted by even the idea of singing alto or tenor parts, this might be your go-to melody anyway. So go ahead, Georgia. You take 2 measures. We'll repeat after you.
All right, here's the first one. Savior of the nations come.
Savior of the nations come.
Virgin Son, make here thy home.
Virgin Son, make here thy home.
Marvel now, O heaven and earth.
Marvel now, O heaven and earth,
That the Lord chose such a birth.
that the Lord chose such a birth.
Okay, now we're going to put that whole verse together just on the soprano part, the main melody.
Savior of the nations come. Virgin Son, make here thy home. Marvel now, O heaven and earth, that the Lord chose such a birth.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the alto part, but I do want to point out before we do anything else, I would encourage you to try to just get comfortable singing these other parts, even if you know I'm a bass, I'm only going to sing the bass part. But if you absolutely don't want to do that, what you might do while we're on the video all singing the alto part, you might try singing the soprano or tenor or bass part along with it. Then you'll feel how your part interacts with that part. So go ahead.
All right, here's the first chunk.
Savior of the nations come.
Savior of the nations come.
Virgin Son, make here thy home.
Virgin Son, make here thy home.
Marvel now, O heaven and earth,
Marvel now, O heaven and earth,
that the Lord chose such a birth.
that the Lord chose such a birth.
Great, now let's put that whole alto part together and sing the whole first verse on alto. Ready?
Savior of the nations come, Virgin Son, make here thy home. Marvel now, O heaven and earth, that the Lord chose such a birth.
And that brings us to tenor, which I'll be singing. So, first chunk of the first verse sounds like this. Savior of the nations come.
Savior of the nations come.
Virgin Son, make here thy home.
Virgin Son,
Good luck, altos and basses. Marvel now, O heaven and earth.
Marvel now, O heaven and earth,
That the Lord chose such a birth.
that the Lord chose such a birth.
Okay, now let's put that whole thing together from the beginning. First verse, tenor part. Here we go.
Savior of the nations, come. Virgin Son, make here thy home.
Marvel now, O heaven and earth,
that the Lord chose such a birth.
And that brings us to bass.
Okay, the first phrase is Savior of the nations, come. Savior of the nations, come. Virgin Son, make here thy home. Virgin Son, make here thy home. Marvel now, O heaven and earth. Marvel now, O heaven and earth, that the Lord chose such a birth. That the Lord chose such a birth.
Okay, now let's do the whole first verse on the bass part. And again, sopranos and tenors for low range. It's okay if some of these are out of your range, but just do your best.
Savior of the nations, come. Virgin Son, make here thy home. Marvel now, O heaven and earth, that the Lord chose such a birth.
All right, now, again, you could go back and repeat that first verse on your part as many times as you need to, or pick a different part. In fact, if you want to be hyper studious, you could sing your part, let's say you're a tenor, along with the soprano part, then along with the alto part, then along with the bass part. So you'll hear all the different intersections, and that will help you to have all kinds of independence so you can just be present and enjoy singing this. However, we're now going to sing the entire hymn. There are 7 verses, and we're going to try to keep it all together the whole time through. So I hope you'll sing with us, and here we go. Ready?
Savior of the nations, come. Virgin Son, make here thy home. Marvel now, O heaven and earth, that the Lord chose such a birth. Not by human flesh and blood, but the Spirit of our God was the Word of God made flesh, woman's offspring pure and fresh. Wondrous birth, O wondrous child, of the Virgin undefiled, though by all the world disowned, still to be in heaven enthroned. From the Father's forth he came, and returneth to the same, captive leading death and hell. High the song of triumph swell. Thou the Father's only Son, hast o'er sin the victory won. Boundless shall thy kingdom be. When shall we its glory see? Brightly doth thy manger shine, glorious in
hopefully you had some success singing through all of that. I know there were at least 7 or 15 little lyric confusions there on our part, but hopefully you had some fun and were able to learn your parts. I am going to upload the PDF file of this or send a link from Hymnary so you know exactly which version we're using. And hope this helps you enjoy your Advent singing together. Thanks.